Right, hi guys. Trying something else with this. So basically, this is essentially ECW week 3, Tuesday week 3 of 2010. I'll be honest. Right, now I can actually hear myself. So we start off the show with the World's Greatest Tag Team taking on Hawkins Ryder. Hawkins and Archer. World's Greatest Tag Team win. Still trying to set up for that show, and is going to also be a singles go. Then we're going to a 4-way Cruiserweight Classic qualifier where Yoshitatsu wins, so this is going to be in there. Then we have a tag team, sort of, I would say, Rumble qualifier, where Kalisto and Masters win, and now they are a part of the Rumble. Then basically Stone Cold comes out, Glass shatters, and Stone Cold's Disturbing plays with Stone Cold coming out to the ring with a mic in hand, getting into the ring. I'll be honest, I don't like that. Ow, my ears. As the ECW brand owner, I'm always trying to make ECW the best brand. I was going to say in the WWE, but I kind of want to have ECW and kept a bit away from WWE. Like, we're taking your roster, but we're doing our own stuff, essentially. To do this, I'm going to be bringing in some new titles to ECW alongside the world title and the television titles. Obviously, you guys will know the World Tag Team titles, and I will also bring in maybe 2 more, I think. Sort of have it be, have Raw, SmackDown, and ECW have about 5 titles. A World title, essentially, a Tag Team title, a sort of mid-card title, obviously a women's title, and then also a tertiary title as well. So, for example, Raw could have the European title, SmackDown, obviously Cruiserweight, and then for ECW having another title as well. Something like that. After the Royal Rumble, I'll be deciding who the ECW General Manager will be working alongside me. Then we have Gallows and Mike Knox. Basically have now turned into a team. Trying to see how they are as a tag team together. They looked okay, I guess. Then we have, after getting destroyed by Gallows and Knox, aka the new SES, Master J and Junri Wang Yang are trying to get to their feet when suddenly Spike Dudley appears on the ramp, distracting both of them before Bubba Ray and Devon suddenly appear and attack both people before throwing Jimmy Wang Yang out of the ring before hitting Slam Master J with a 3D and then walking out together, obviously on the stage, going backstage. So basically, what I kind of want it to be is sort of have ECW have its own stage, kind of similar to what ECW had for the One Night Stands, where they had that unique setup. So instead of having the big Titantrons and stuff, they just have a more, what would be the best word for it? A more grungy style of look. for it. So yeah, the Dudleys are now in the WWE now. WWE slash ECW. So they have made their returns to the company. If you will know, they are also in TNA. So I've decided to bring in some people to essentially WWE from TNA. They're going to be still be in both promotions, but it's going to be under like a well, you're not exclusively written here, so how about if we just bring you into this place? Which I think would be quite good. Then we go into, so basically that happens, and then we have our second Cruiserweight Classic of the evening, where the Hurricane defeats Spike Dudley, Paul London, and Shannon Moore. Shannon Moore basically coming in as well as a return to WWE. Spike Dudley already been here. Paul London being brought back, and then the Hurricane obviously being a main person for the Cruiserweight division. Then we go into a bit of a just sort of throw everyone at the wall and see what happens. A 6-man tag match where Batista, Big Show, and Chavo Guerrero Jr. defeat Kane, Evan Bourne, and Primo. This match I just decided to put together just because I kind of like the sort of stuff that's happening with that. Chavo's in the Royal Rumble. Big Show's obviously in the titles versus tag team match. Batista is, I believe, either in the semi-finals or the finals of the World Title Tournament. Kane's not really doing anything. Evan Bourne technically isn't. And Primo isn't either. So just decides to do this match. Then we have the United Kingdom of Sheamus, Paul Burchill, and William Regal face off against Too Cold Scorpio and also the Mexicals. If you don't know the Mexicals, they were essentially a trio that was kind of cool. I think they were mainly heels in WWE. I believe Juventud got released first, then Psychosis, and then Super Crazy stuck around until 2007 and just said, I'm gonna leave. Weirdly, he was, I think Super Crazy and I think also Psychosis were originally supposed to be in the ECW. I believe Super Crazy was, and then got basically transferred to Raw, and I think Psychosis just left. Came back, I think, to Mexico, and then I think that was it. So called Scorpio basically is, I think he still wrestles actually. I think apart from William Regal and Paul Burchill, I think everyone else still wrestles. I think Too Cold Scorpio might have just retired. But I'm pretty sure the rest are definitely are still wrestling. Of course, Sheamus is. Super Crazy, I believe he is wrestling for Noah. Or the Indies of Noah. Or the Indies and Noah, rather. Psychosis, I believe, is in Mexico. Although I don't think he's called Psychosis anymore. I think he might be called Nisho del Millionero or something like that. Because obviously, instead of America, sort of having people under a gimmick. It's sort of the same with Sin Cara, basically. In Mexico, the wrestling promotions have the rights to the names that they have. That's why Pentrail Zero M. Yeah, Pentrail Zero M and Ray Phoenix are technically now what they are, because essentially AAA. I think it's mainly just AAA and CMLL sort of have the rights to the actual names. So that's why there's like a ton of different Mysticos. There's also LA Park and La Parker, which I think LA Park died, or was it La Parker? I remember the one that wasn't in WCW died. Then obviously there was Mystico, that was basically Sin Cara's original name. Went I think to 2 or 3 different people. Then obviously Sin Cara had Sin Cara 1 and Sin Cara 2, which weirdly Sin Cara 2 ended up being the one that stuck around longer than Sin Cara 1. Then also obviously Psychosis was another one. Wasn't Rey Mysterio wasn't. There's like so many of them. And then also Shikara started in that as well, with Workaround 1 and Workaround 2. And I think some other stuff as well. But anyway, after the match, we have John Cena and Crime Time coming out. Basically, after beating their opponents, the United Kingdom get their hands raised by the referee before deciding to put insult to injury on their beaten opponents by continuing to beat them down. After a minute, Crime Time and Cena come out to run out, or to run United Kingdom off. Cena picks up a mic. Sheamus, you and your friends want to have a fight? Then at SmackDown, let's have a 6-man tag team elimination tables match. Because I thought, like, let's make a match for then, which I'll probably do off camera. So everything up, because there's still quite a few people that I don't really want to show you guys, who I also have coming in. And then also some of the people as well I've gotten on from loan from FCW to try and see how they are. And then also trying to see where people really like can go on the roster. Then we have Zack Ryder versus Kaval versus Sean Daivari versus the Sandman in a 4-way ECW World Television match. That did a 55. That's not bad. Sandman defeated Sean Daivari with a senton bomb. I don't remember him doing that. Did he do that? I don't think he did. I don't think he did actually do that. Then we have... I forgot to put it as on screen, not off screen. So basically, after someone successfully defends the ECW television title, let's go out and Sabu appears in the ring before launching a chair at Saman's head. Sabu's coming into essentially ECW once again, but this time as a heel. And then Sabu puts Saman through a table with a Air Sabu, which is basically his weird chair thing that he kept doing, that he actually gets on like properly like messing up every single time. Then we have CM Punk defeating Finlay with a Pepsi plunge, which isn't an actual move. he. It's like 5 years. I think he definitely like did the Pepsi plunge up until he left Ring of Honor, or I think it might have been. I think it might have been like 2004 or somewhere because he started doing the go to sleep. Although technically Kenta was doing it at the same time, so that was a bit weird. Honestly, I might turn Finley heel again just because of his face. He just looks odd to me. But CM Punk basically is going on to face off against whoever wins this other match, which weirdly ends up being Matt Hardy. Even though I kind of had CM Punk beat up Matt Hardy on Raw. Oops. Then we have Christian, basically with his weekly challenge, where Christian defeats Rhino with a kill switch. That match did quite well. These two actually had a bit of a rivalry in TNA for, I think it might have been 2006, 2005, 2006. Yeah, because Christian comes in to TNA in October 2005. Or is it November? Either one or two. And then I think 2006, Rhino's still a part of the... Oh no, it's not part of Planet Jarrett. There's randomly they have the 8 Mile street fight, and then so they just go, well. After Christian's match against Rhino, I spelled his name right there. CM Punk attacks Christian from behind before picking up and hitting a go to sleep on Christian. After Christian is laid out, Punk picks up the world title and gets a mic before leaning over his body. Christian, when I beat you, I will cleanse ECW of you because I'm challenging you to a title versus loser leaves ECW match at the Rumble and start my journey as the new messiah of Extreme Championship Wrestling. And then we have one more match, which is technically post-match. So basically, pre-match and post-match, I will not show you guys, just because they're sort of like my experiments for stuff. I think maybe the actual PPVs of stuff I will show. Other than that, the rest of it won't be shown. So, that is the show for today. Firstly, I'm also going to be doing, I think, 2 or 3 more TEW series. One that I've got in the back burner is... Actually, I think I might have a load, but I might, condense it down. The first one is essentially ECW from day one, which is basically from 1992 onwards as ECW, when it was previously known as Eastern Championship Wrestling and was with NWA. Second one is maybe doing a WCW from basically when the promotion was out of business in 2001, where basically most of the contracts are essentially gone. Like Rey Mysterio, Kevin Nash, all of those guys, I believe, are in the promotion or they're on hiatus. I can't remember. So that's number 2. Number 3 is doing a rebuilding Ring of Honor save using the current mod, where basically Kerry Silkin buys Ring of Honor back from Tony Khan, and then basically in response to that, Tony Khan says, alright, all the wrestlers that were in Ring of Honor, everyone there is now back in AEW, and also you can't use anyone from AEW. So that means that all of the titles are currently vacated. It's basically going to be a alternative world type thing. And then the fourth one, I'll have to think about, actually, because I'm trying to think of like different stuff in my head. But those are basically the three that I might do alongside this. So, ECW from day one, WCW 2001, trying to basically rebuilding WCW, and then rebuilding Ring of Honor are basically the three that I'm thinking of doing. Obviously, as well, if you've noticed by the long time since I've really done any YouTube stuff, I'm also doing I'm also trying to put together a 2007 Real World mod, which is going quite well. That basically I guess maybe the beta of it will just be like the promotions and then the people in those promotions. So, for example, what I'm doing right now is basically going through all of WWE's sort of belts that they have. So I'm doing all of WWE's first, and then all of WCW's, and then all of ECW's, and then basically doing the actual roster, and that's basically what I'm doing there. That may take a while. I'm also doing like different series as well, hopefully, but I'm not doing the mod. So basically my uploading will be a bit odd. I'm still trying to basically try and work out a way of making it good with like a lot of different series, but obviously most of the time it's either working on the mod or playing games off camera. Like, I guess kind of offline, sort of away from YouTube, I guess, where I just want to like relax or go to work. But that's basically what's happening at the moment. Anyway guys, thank you all for this episode, have a good day, and goodbye.